Hi Angel, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and following us on our journey. So this is going to be a two-part video series because we do candles and we do soap and body products. So I don't want to overwhelm everybody. If you're just looking to get into candles, I'm going to go over the equipment that you need to get started with that, the tools and equipment that you need. I'll tell you what kind of wax that I use and all that, but ultimately the kind of wax that you use is going to be up to you. And then the second one is going to be the same thing, what kind of soap and everything, where we get all of our materials from. So first things first, what you're going to need is you are going to need a calculator. It does not have to be a fancy one, just one that you can do basic math with, because you are going to need to know how much fragrance oil that you're going to use, how much wax you need for however many batches that you do. So that's that. And you'll need, whoops. You'll need scissors for opening anything that you're going to need it for. I highly suggest having gloves on hand. I generally just have one that I use until it rips on me. This helps to keep, especially with paraffin wax, because I do soy, or we do soy and we do paraffin. The paraffin doesn't come in little flakes like the soy does, so I use a glove whenever I'm doing paraffin. You'll need something to be able to scoop your wax out of if you get a big box like we do. I get a big 45-pound box at a time. I'm not going to show that to you because it's heavy. But same thing with the paraffin. I get 40 pounds at a time. And those paraffin actually comes in like a big, well, I can't show you, but it's a big slab that you have to cut. With the soy, you can just scoop out. So if you go with soy, you're going to need something to scoop it out with. And what I use is something like this. You can use a cup. I mean, it's pretty much anything to scoop it out with. And then you'll need a kitchen scale to be able to weigh how much wax that you're going to use. And then I suggest having one of these little boys. It's a gram scale. Probably can't see that. I don't know. But of course, everything that I use I'll link, because a lot of this that I've gotten on Amazon or one of my suppliers. The scales and the calculator, the gloves, I did get off of Amazon, but I'll link whatever we got from Amazon in the description. Another thing that's going to become your best friend is alcohol. You are going to need this. I suggest at least having 70% or higher. I personally use 91%, but 70 would work for candles. You really need 90, I think it's 91. Yeah, 91 for soap making. And then for candles specifically, you're going to need vessels. So we started out with the little tins. I don't use this one, it's bent. You can see right there, but we use these for people who have children or who are clumsy and don't want glass ones. These won't break. Or you can go at a higher end, like we did, and get the cement ones. Well, I mean, we still have the tin ones in our shop, but we are using cement ones now. These actually have lids. We got these on Candle Science. We got the tins on Candle Science too, but we're sticking with our brand and won't go on there. Anyway, and all of our candle vessels are black, white, and gray. If you want to do wax melts, you'll need, if you decide to go with the single ones, we use these for samples. I got those on wholesalesupplyspluss.com. I love them. I get most of our soap stuff from them. And then we got the regular clamshells. I don't have any more empty ones to show you, but I get these on Wholesale Supplies Plus and Amazon. It just depends on how quick I need them. And then you'll need a thermometer. Now I got this one on Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that, but you can use a regular kitchen thermometer. It just takes longer to tell you what the temperature is. Now the trick with these digital ones, they are not always accurate. I personally found that it's been super accurate, so I just use it. And then you'll need a spatula. Mine's dirty because I've been using it. So you'll need this to stir the wax and the fragrance oil in your whatever you're using. So this is a small one. I do all of our batches in small increments, so 3 or 4 candles at a time. I do that to make sure that the quality stays high because I don't want to be sending off junk to our customers. It is a little bit more work, but it's also more intricate and it's also easier to contain, I personally feel like. So this is a small one. I did get a big one. I don't use it. I got this on Amazon, and yeah, I don't use it. I don't like it. I might use it again one day, who knows. But you'll need that for the double boiler, and then you'll need a pot. This one has water in it still from the candle making. But yeah, just a regular kitchen pot will do. So what you'll do is when you have it on the stove, you'll put this down inside of this to melt the wax. And if you use one of your at-home kitchen pots that you currently use, you won't, I would suggest not using it again. I've been using this one for a while, and it's got like buildup of wax inside of it. So if you have a favorite pot at home, don't use it. Go to the dollar store or something, get you a little cheap one for this. Anything else? Oh yeah, if you want to do wax melts, have a pancake. What do you call this? A pancake disperser? I'm not sure what you call it. But anyway, so we use this for the wax melts. You don't have to. You can use the little pot thing that we use for candles. I just think this is easier to use because it pours out of here, and so when you have your clamshell out, you just pour it. I think it's easier than trying to use the bigger pot. And then another thing, because you're going to be testing all of your candles before you sell them, or if you're not selling them and you're doing them for yourself, you'll need something to trim the wicks with, so you can get a pair of these. I think these were like 10 or 15 bucks on Amazon. Or like you know what we did start out, we started out with scissors. I mean, if you're doing them to sell, I wouldn't suggest using scissors because they cut like at an angle, you know, when you're trying to get down in the vessel, especially if they're not very wide like these are. But that works. And then other stuff that you'll need is, of course, the wax and wicks. You're going to need wicks. Now, it depends on what vessel that you use, what kind of wick that you are going to need. I highly suggest going to candlescience.com. That's where I get all of our vessels, our wax, our wicks, our everything. For candles, anyway. So just go on to Candle Science to figure out what you want to start out with. We started out with Soy 464 Golden Brands. We still use it. We love it. It's a good brand. For our paraffin, we use our paraffin soy, or is it soy paraffin? Anyway, it's a mix between the soy and paraffin and a 6006. We get that on Candle Science as well. And the only other thing that you're really going to need is a stove, or you can do what we did and get a little like hot pot, or not hot pot, what do you call those things? Like a portable stove. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. People use them for camping and stuff. You can get one of those. I have one. I haven't used it yet. Still working on getting my space over here. So whenever that's up and ready, I'll show you guys. And another big thing that you're going to need is paper towels. You are going to go through so many of these. So don't get the good ones. You're just going to go through them like crazy doing this. Because every time that you do a new fragrance, you need to clean it out. And you don't want to clean out your candle stuff with soap and water. That's not suggested at all. So you'll clean all of your candle stuff with alcohol and paper towels. I guess I should mention too, you might want to get, they're over there, but I have a big one, some beakers. You don't have to have glass. I like the glass ones for the candle making. So, because the fragrance oils will sometimes eat through the plastic, especially if it takes a long time, like the paraffin does. So you can get some of these on Amazon. You can get the smaller 2-ounce ones. That's what I use. I don't use the big one for this. I use this for soap stuff. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else that we use. Looking around to make sure. No, I guess that's it. Yep, that's it. Unless, other than the wax, the wicks, and your fragrances. And if you want to use colors, you can. I personally don't like to use colors. It stains everything. So we haven't really played with the colors yet. I might in the future, but us and our customers have been pretty happy without it. I don't have any done candles near me to show, but you can always go on our Shopify to see them. I'm starting to add videos to our product listings. But yeah, you can find us on goimagine.com/thescentedangels. You can find us on amazon.com/thescentedangels. And we started our Shopify, like I mentioned in the intro video. So we're thescentedangels.com. We do everything from bath products to home. And we would love it if you would follow us on our journey and ask questions, get tips from us, and learn the do's and don'ts and what works and what doesn't work and all those good fun things. So even though we're new to the online world, we are not new to business, and we would love it if you joined us.